Now we check in to see what's happening in the world's newest country. The United Nations has criticized the president of South Sudan, that's Salva Kiir, for hindering efforts to protect civilians by blocking UN attack helicopters and surveillance drones and declaring that UN personnel caught taking photos will be deemed spies. The UN peacekeeping chief said the world's body's mission in South Sudan wanted to do a better job protecting civilians amid the country's civil war. Some 136,000 civilians are currently sheltering at 7 UN sites around the country. Forces loyal to President Kiir are pitted against rebels allied to former Vice President Riek Machar in a war that tends to follow ethnic lines. Now, we understand that Salva Kiir is an ethnic Dinka and his SAC deputy is a New, and several cases that has caused a lot of tension in the country, and attempts to reach peace have not been very successful. The 15-member Security Council has long threatened to blacklist anyone undermining security or interfering with the peace process in South Sudan, but has not sanctioned anyone just yet. Well, at this point, we're going to go to something that's a bit light, considering everything that we've looked at in the bulletin. Now, one thing is certain, Africans have a love for titles, and the Gambia's long-serving president, Yahya Jammeh, falls in that category. He's had the title Babili Mansa added to his name. The Mandinka language phrase can be translated as chief bridge builder or conqueror of rivers. And in a statement released from the presidency, it said that Mr. Jammeh should now be known as His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya AJJ Jammeh Babili Mansa. Now, President Jammeh seized power back in 1994 as a young army lieutenant and has won 4 widely criticized multi-party elections since then and faced down several coup attempts. Now, just before we round things up right here on the program, let's look at what's happening in Nigeria. Again, now, succor has begun to come the way of the over 1,000 children who were displaced as a result of the insurgency. That's a follow-up on what we first looked at on the bulletin concerning the number going to 60 million in 2014. And that those are children who were displaced as a result of insurgency in the northeast, but are currently sheltered in Edo State. Some residents of the state who visited the children at the International Christian Center for Missions with some relief items called for more assistance for the center.
Media reports on the efforts of the International Christian Center on the outskirts of Benin City, Edo State, to care for over 1,300 internally displaced children who broke free from the grasp of Boko Haram insurgents, rent hearts and brought tears to many eyes. But beyond creating feelings of empathy in the people, the story has moved some Nigerians to visit the center with items for the children. The guests and donors are conducted round the facility.
Yes, some of them we give them back. Some of them didn't even have to bring. Most of the things you see, there's one we gave to them.
The guests speak on their observation.
It's just a token. We brought nothing from what I saw here. Nothing at all. So as we heard about it, the awareness is already there. We need to go and work. It's not easy to feed the number of people we are seeing here. Not to talk of their clothing, shelter, school. All of us need to work together.
A lot of things are needed. They need money to be able to complete their classrooms and their accommodation. You know, they need more toilets. And I don't even see why they still have to be using pit toilets. We should be able to do more than that. So I want to appeal to the federal government, to NEMA, to the state government, to the local government, and of course to public spirited men and women that we cannot leave these children like this.
Solomon Folorusho throws more light on the needs of the center.
Whoever you are, come and contribute to your quota. These children belong to you. They belong to me. They belong to Nigeria. They belong to God. God created them like He created us.
The call for assistance has started yielding results, but still a long way from the solution needed to transform these young lives for the better.
Now, on that note, we've come to the end of the program, but this is the basis for our question of the day. I did tell you about the latest title concerning the President of the Gambia. He is now to be known as His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yaya AJJ Jame Babili Mansa. And our question for today is, what do you think of the Gambia President's new title? We'd like to hear your thoughts either on email or Twitter. The address and handle are right there on your screen. As always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for watching Network Africa. I'm Cynthia Ray.